Alright guys, we're back with another video, and the other day I was looking online because I wanted to display the miles per hour on Crazy Taxi 3 on the original Xbox. I know PC users have an option to do something like that with like kilometers per hour or something like that, but I wanted to be able to do something, and so I started looking up like different cheats and things, and I don't need cheats, but like code combinations or what have you. And so that's what brings me to this video, because I'm not gonna say I'm the original discoverer, because obviously the developers put this in the game, but I couldn't find any information on YouTube or online anywhere where somebody showed this off. So maybe I'm somebody who's the first person to document it on a video, who knows. I have no idea, but maybe this was lost for 20 years for all we know. But anyway, let's get into the game, and we're going to show you what I found. So we're going to go into West Coast. Let me make sure I got the volume up here. Yeah, I got the volume up right, because I know the way I'm recording this video it's a little bit different. It's not me just gameplay, so I have to kind of lower it down and be careful with the copyrighted music. So we're going to go on the West Coast. So we're going to go for 10 minutes because it's going to allow me more time to show you what's going on.
10 crazy minutes. Go ahead and pick a car and drive.
And so this is where the video kind of gets interesting, because you get to choose based on your cabbie. Assuming you've unlocked all of them, then you'll have more than just the original 4, right? And they all have their own vehicles, and that's what makes this part of it interesting. Now, what doesn't really change so much other than the character itself is using these other vehicles, the bicycle, rickshaw bike, the stroller, and the horse carriage, So I'm going to show you using all 4 vehicles, but I'm not going to show you using all cabbies because it'll just make this video very lengthy. But I can tell you that using Zach's, it doesn't work very well because of his vehicle. It just, at least one of the POVs, it doesn't work very well. It just gets in the way, and kind of misses Venus too. But we'll see. So I'm going to start off with BD Joe, because he's one of my favorite characters.
BD Joe. Yeah.
Maybe I should have put the hat on and did the honorary, cosplay for it, but no, we'll just roll on with it. And so what you're going to need is a second controller. This is a wireless controller. You cannot do it while the screen is paused, so you're going to need a second controller. It's going to need to be plugged into port 4 of your Xbox. So PC users, I don't know how you'd be able to achieve this, if at all. And so now we're gonna unpause the screen, and what you want to do is you're gonna press down the left analog trigger, or stick, which in this case would be what, R2, because there's only 2 triggers on the side. So we're gonna press that, we're gonna hold it down, and then you're going to mess around with the face buttons, the X, Y, A, B, and then also the black and white buttons here as well. So we're going to start with X, and this gives you the attract mode kind of view. How when you let the intro just play, and it's showing you a whole bunch of vehicles, and and it shows you the characters, the cabbies. Well, this is the attract mode. Now, you can play, but it is very difficult because the camera is constantly turning as you're playing. Okay? So you won't be able to make directional sense of where you're going. You're not going to be able to see anything. You're not going to know when to stop. All of that good stuff. Now, using the D-pad on the same controller, the 4th controller, you can mess with it a little bit. It doesn't seem to do a whole lot. Pressing left and right kind of changes it. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. I pressed left that time. I guess once it's zoomed in, you can kind of zoom out. But it's the same thing. You can't, I haven't figured out a way to stop it from rotating. If I can get it to zoom out, that would be kind of nice, because then it'd be zoomed out and I can get more of an aerial view, but I don't want an overhead view like Chinatown Wars, Grand Theft Auto, you know. I don't want such an overhead, but I want it a little bit higher would be nice. And so we're going to go on to the next view. And so that one was, you know, you press, it's the same thing. You press the left analog stick down where it clicks, and you're going to hold it. And this one was the X. A is going to bring you back to the default. And, you know, moving the D-pad around, doing anything doesn't change the default, right? So now we're going to press it, and we're going to go to Y. So again, press down the left stick, hold it, and then press Y. Now that gives you this view, and you can mess with it with the D-pad up and down. Only left and right doesn't do anything, but that's what that does. So, you know, if you're on a hill or incline or whatever, and so the vehicle, see how it changes? Because they use this in the intro as well, you know, when you're watching all the cabbies and they're introducing the attract mode. So yeah, this is probably the one they use really than the other one. The other one's probably more of a, I guess they call it a TV mode, you know. So let's go ahead and get out of that one, because, you know, that one, like, you got a little display. But so again, press the trigger down. We're going to hold it. We're going to press B now. And so B gives me the bumper perspective. So it's like a first person. You know, you're low to the ground, right? So here's when hopping. This makes it very interesting, because what if you wanted to, I need a reminder where I was going because I didn't pay attention when I picked her up by accident. So imagine if you had a VR headset on, or a steering wheel. That's where this would be interesting, right? Or if you had both. You know, I don't know how the steering wheel would work with a VR headset, but, you know. So that's that, right? So now we're going to use the D-pad. So the D-pad, I can get to the bumper view, which the rear bumper. So I'm driving backwards. That's my backwards dash, you know. See? I can't see where I'm going. So this kind of really serves no purpose. Like, stuff like this, the ones that you really can't play with, if you're going to make an animated GIF, whatever those are called, or you want some cool intros, you know, then you can use stuff like this. That's really the only purpose that these will serve. But I haven't gotten to the other buttons yet. And so I'm going to press the left and right on the D-pad while I'm still in the rear bumper mode. And so here's this looks like the driver's side, and then here's the passenger side of the rear. So I'm going to press up and go to the front of the vehicle, and then I'm going to do the same thing. I'll press left and right on the D-pad. Here's the driver's side front and the driver's side passenger. So you can drive with this. This isn't too bad, you know, because, I mean, I can see, you know, a good 40% of the screen is covered, 35-40%, right? But hey, you can still make headway where you're going. You know, maybe you can have fun with it, do a little drift, stop in place, you know. And so, I don't know why I paused it. So now we're going to go into the next view, which is the white button. So again, press down the stick, because all of these only require you pressing down the left stick and holding it while you press the button. That's it. You can press it and go through all of them that you want to, you know, just like that. And then go back to the original with A. And so we're going to go to the white one. This is the rear view of sitting inside the car. So this is almost like you're the driver looking backwards, right? And I don't know how to drive doing that. Okay. But it is kind of interesting, right? I'm at the chicken shack here. But I can't drive because I can't see where I'm going. Oh wait, I turn around. There we go. Yeah. I actually made it. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so now we're going to try the other. Now the D-pad, mind you, it doesn't change anything. It doesn't do anything. But I'm in reverse, so watch. See how the characters change? They look back, so you're like, huh? You know, so you can have fun with it. Making GIFs, whatever those are called. So here's inside the driver's seat. And it looks different depending on what vehicle cabbie you select. I say vehicle and cabbie because there are other vehicles to choose.
I just had some bad luck.
So this was the demo that I showed you, is using BD Joe. Pretty interesting, right? So again, you can't change anything. I do remember seeing that character. It's kind of creepy now that I'm close up to her like that. That's funny. So now, yeah, you can't do anything with the D-pad. You know, nothing. You can't change the view. So we're gonna exit out and we're gonna go to another car, another vehicle. I'll show you with Zach's, because I'm not going to go through all the cabbies, like I said, but I'm going to show you with Zach's how the inside of the car, or the cab, looks like, and why it doesn't make sense for all characters, cabbies, why do I keep saying both? You can change it here, but it's going to default back, see? So, this is why, because his taxi sign blocks the screen. Alright, so now you know. Okay, so now let's go to the menu. We're going to exit again. Go to West Coast.
You have 10 crazy minutes.
10 crazy
Go
minutes.
ahead and pick a car and driver.
We're going to, let's go with Gina. And we're going to go to the bicycle, because this one's going to be fun.
Okay, let's play it cool.
I'm going to go through all the views, you know, real quick. And then one of them I'm going to kind of stick to and show you because it's funny. It's very interesting. You're going to be like, damn, Gina. You'll get it. You'll get it later, not now. But you'll get it. Okay, so here's X. You know, of course you can use your D-pad and kind of mess around with it. It's very subtle, but, you know, I don't know. It works. There we go. So now, here's Y. And then you're up and down, because left and right does nothing. Okay. A is back to normal. Here's B. Here's the wheel POV, I guess. And here's the back. You know, the back of your rickshaw bicycle. Here's the left and the right. And then we'll go back to the front. And then here's your left. And then here's your right. As you can see, her foot. Her foot will show up as she's pedaling. You know. So let's go real quick with that. See? Gotta pass them up. See how it's kind of difficult to line it up, but you know. If you're gonna do this kind of POV, I recommend one of these views where it's the bumper, it's the front, you know, where you don't see the vehicle, where you do see the vehicle. Lower down the traffic because it's very hard to see. And also, there was another one. I was going to say something else, but I went blank. Okay, so now let's change to, I was saying to use the bicycle because it drives better. Okay, so here's the rear viewpoint of her vehicle. You know, why do I pick up the wrong? Okay, so we're going to go to drive. And so, again, if you're going to make like a animated GIF or something, you know, you can go and you can do something like this, you know what I mean? And record, you want something for an intro. That's why I say stuff like this is for that. And so you can do the same thing, you know. Of course, she's not looking backwards, so let's see if I can. Yeah, she won't look backwards. But let's go to the next view. So here's the front, and so all you're gonna see is her back until you start driving fast. So let's pick up somebody just for the sake. The vehicle. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so can't see where I'm going because, you know. So, you know, Gina. You know, you can do some fun challenges with this. And like I said, lower down the traffic. I completely forgot because it's just my default to play this way. Do you see the Levi's tab? If you look hard enough, you can see it. See? See that? See the tab? So now we're going to go to another vehicle. Yeah, I need this controller. Alright. So. And we'll select a different cabby just for the sake of it.
Go ahead and pick a
I do have another funny idea though. So let's go with Big Spite. Let's go with the horse.
Big Spite. All right, man. Let's break the speed limit.
Okay. We're gonna do the same thing. This one isn't like the bicycle. You could actually drive using this one. But we're gonna go through real quick all the viewpoints. So here's the spinning one. Here's that one, you know. Of course you can still do that. Here's the back to normal. Here's that. Here's the side views. Here's the back. And here's the front again. And so we'll go with the front. Because, you know, this one's very shaky. And, you know, but if you just drive it like this, it's not that bad. It's once you start to boost is when you get in crazy mode. Because you know how, some of y'all know how this vehicle is, right? So I'll show you. That was messed up. Okay. See how the front kind of, you know, just lifts up. Yeah, it's not too terrible though. It's not as bad as I was remembering, I guess. And so, you know, here's the back, of course, if you want to do that. Okay, here's the inside the vehicle, looking backwards, and here's looking forwards. And that's where these vehicles get interesting. So let's pick up this guy. It's only mildly inconvenient, you know. But, I mean, you can do it. So, okay, let's leave. Go to the menu. Because I'm just going to go through these real quick. I'm not going through all the cabbies. So we're going to go with the stroller. And let's go with her.
Okay, let's go for a drive.
She seems like the whiny character in the game, so I'll give her the baby stroller. That's mean, isn't it? But it's just a game. So here's the cinematic.
Here we go.
Here's that, you know. Right. Here's the original. Here's the front. You can see her legs. the back of the vehicle,
You better
the front of
fix them up or
the
you're gonna
vehicle,
run out of
yeah,
time.
just the front. Here's just the leg part, you know, if you want to.
You better fix them up or you're gonna run out of time.
Hurry, we're losing time.
I did pick him up. So there's that view, right?
Doing good.
Here's the looking at cinnamon view.
This way, right?
I don't know where I'm going, you know. See, but you can do that, right? Here's the other view, which isn't too bad until you boost, and then that gets in the way.
I'll be better next time.
Anybody else think this vehicle is like the worst?
Everybody, come on.
Oh, and mind you, you can do some of this on
Don't speak on the one.
the first Crazy Taxi, but I tested on Dreamcast, but I'm waiting on a device so I can capture Dreamcast a little bit better than the way I have it. And so the Dreamcast, or Crazy Taxi 1 in general,
Better go.
has it to where when you're using the rickshaw bicycle, you're actually looking at it from the eyes of like the cabbie itself. So you see the handlebars and the hands like that, which makes that one a lot better than on Crazy Taxi 3. And so here's, I think I did this one. Yeah, I already did this. I did all the views on this one. Okay, so I'm gonna do one quick because I just want to see.
Crazy minutes. Go ahead and pick a car and driver.
Let's go. Should I do Venus or should I go with Zax? You know, I use. You know who I haven't used? You know,
Zax.
wrong vehicle.
Let's do it.
Forgot to change the vehicle. Okay, so let me go back. I'm gonna exit out real quick. Sorry. I know the Xbox loads count's low compared to some of y'all PC users. Okay, menu, yes.
You have 10 crazy minutes. Go ahead and pick a car and driver. Zax.
We're gonna go to the bicycle.
Alright, let's do it. Okay, Hyrella, it's time to make some real dough. Here we go.
There we go. See? Just to make it fair, right? I had to.
You better pick someone up or you're gonna run out of time.
Just try.
Okay, time to head out.
Now if I can get him. I'm stuck on a tree.
Don't tell me what to do.
There we go. How you like that? It's for the lady.
You just sit there.
Wouldn't be too bad if I can get him to stay up there. Because he blocks the whole screen. Alright, you've had enough. Yeah, I know. Alright, so yeah, there you have it. Let me switch the source here. So, thanks for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe. And I will see you in more videos. Now, I will demonstrate on the original Crazy Taxi. I think I can do it on GameCube, which I played on the Wii. Because I bought me a controller recently. Because I don't actually have a GameCube controller. This is the Smash Japanese import I got on Amazon for about $40, right? 40. See, all the languages in Japanese, but It's fine. It's the same exact controller. But it's the best way, cheapest way to get a decent GameCube controller, because you can get a used one, you know, that's in decent condition. It's going to cost you about $30. So you might as well just get a brand new one for $40, right? So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed it.